guys, it's Adrian. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to bring you a spoiler-free book review for The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. This is the first book in the Lightbringer series. Before I get started, I wanted to quickly mention that I'm doing a new type of book review. I'm going to see how that goes. Do a couple this way, and those are I'm calling my speedy book reviews, where I try to keep them under 3 minutes long, which means I have to talk really fast, so you gotta keep with me. But they're gonna be less in depth, but quick for those who want to know just a little bit more about the books than I would say in my wrap-up video. This book takes place in a world where the magic system is based on light. You can draft magic based on a color from the light spectrum, and you have various kinds of magicians. Some can only draft one color, which are called monochromes. You have others that can draft multiple colors, which are called polychromes. And then you have this guy who can draft all colors from the light spectrum, and he's called the Prism. His name is Gavin, and Gavin knows that he's got about 7 years left to live, and he's got these different purposes that he has to accomplish before then. I can't really tell you anything more about this book because it gets really spoilery really fast. But know that I thought this book was really wonderful. It's a high fantasy book. It is more complicated. It took me a while to actually want to pick up this book because there's a glossary and an index in the back, and that to me says, oh no. But it was actually really good. I love the world building. I love the politics. It was definitely worth the read. Let's start off by talking about the plot. Like I said, the world building was done really well. The plot was very fast paced. You had a lot going on. There were so many plot twists in this book that I didn't see coming. Because of those little plot twists that kept coming here and there, you constantly had to keep paying attention to what you're reading about, but it made for a very interesting experience. The writing style, I think, was well done. One thing that I did have an issue with is sometimes the internal monologues. Usually they're like italicized or something like that to let you know that it is an internal monologue, because it goes from third person to first person. And this one, there was no difference. It just took a minute to sort of kind of get into it and to realize that he was switching from first person to third person and vice versa on purpose and not just sloppy writing. As far as the characters go, there are a lot of characters in this book. So many that you actually have a character list in the back of the book. So you do have to kind of pay attention to who's who. It was relatively easy to keep them apart once you keep reading. The major characters and the major side characters were done really well. They all helped each other kind of make the overall arch of the story, which I thought was really great. I especially loved Gavin because he was such a complex character and things happen that you just do not see coming, and he completely surprises you. I also really enjoyed Kip's character. I found him to be really sarcastic and really funny. I did find some problems relating to Kip, not necessarily with Kip's character, but one of the biggest reasons that I gave this book a lower rating than I would have was because Kip is described as an overweight young boy, which is totally fine. But there are so many derogatory comments about being overweight, about being fat. This actually got so frustrating for me that I started counting, and in one 8-page chapter there were 6 derogatory overweight comments that I thought were totally not necessary. The author was trying to use them to be funny, and it wasn't funny. So because of this, I took off a huge chunk of my rating, but I'm hoping that the second book sort of slows down with these comments. I'm hoping that the author actually learned something, that this just isn't cool. Other than that, I really did enjoy this book. I ended up giving it a 3.75. I do recommend it. It is a fantastic high fantasy novel. I do plan on reading the next book, The Binding Knife. I'm very excited to get my hands on it. That's it for my first speedy book review. Let me know down below in the comments if you enjoyed this type of video, or if you prefer a more longer in-depth video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you have not yet, I'd love for you to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.